We're going to watch the commercials from the Super Bowl.
This is a compilation video?
Yeah, did you watch these live?
I watched a few of them as they were coming out. I saw, pretty sure, most of them on social media.
It's kind of the thing now. You don't have to watch them during the game because you'll just see them later.
Right, you don't even have to watch the game at this point. They just post it immediately. But apparently this year was supposed to be funnier.
Oh, is that the...
This was the angle for this year, at least.
That's what everyone's
At least
saying?
That's what I heard, yeah.
Funny's always good.
Funny, you know what's weird is that they always bring back old characters and old kind of...
The whole Super Bowl based off of nostalgia, right? Usher doing the halftime show.
I guess that makes sense because when we were younger, it was the Rolling Stones.
They definitely know who their audience is. And we are now the older demographic, unfortunately.
I think we're younger than Mr. T, though. Like
but that's Tony Romo, right?
Yeah. Okay, Oreo. Come on in.
Trying to start a trend, a twisting on it.
Oh, is that what's going on?
Yeah. Make your decisions by twisting an Oreo open.
How is that?
I've never seen an Oreo twist that clean. It's always messy on one side.
Like one side always has more. So what was the idea behind it? If it's clean, then you go for
frosting, if the frosting is on one side, that means it's like heads or tails.
Yeah. I don't know about Reese's. Like, do you like Reese's? I like cold Reese's.
I'm not a fan. I don't like the fake peanut butter. Some people like that. I am not a fan.
I've never really much thought in the actual flavor of the peanut butter specifically. Just as a whole, I think it's nice. Like really soft texture.
Very processed.
Well, soft, but also when I like to eat it frozen, so it's like crispy. I don't know. Like, what is that? Very hard chocolate.
Yeah, got some bite to it. Do you ever eat frozen grapes?
No, but I eat other frozen fruit, like other frozen mangoes, probably my favorite.
Frozen fruit is underrated. More people should be freezing their fruit.
Oh my goodness. Like, I think it's a solid replacement for ice cream at this point.
Yeah.
And it's healthy. I mean, you can tell yourself it's healthy, depending on how much you eat. Jeez Louise. See, that's unexpected. You don't expect to see two old ladies going around just kicking butt.
If you say so.
I don't know if
I've seen better from Doritos. That's not their A+ work.
Do Doritos turn the whole, what is that pyramid in Las Vegas? The
Luxor?
The Luxor. They turned one side of it into a huge Dorito chip for the Super Bowl. Because the Super Bowl was in Vegas.
Can you go back 15 seconds or so?
On your phone? Or?
I think you can use the remote. Pause it for a second. You were saying something about the Luxor. And what were you saying?
So Doritos, like I guess they paid for the one whole side of the Luxor because it's a triangle. They made it into one huge Dorito.
They sponsored the shape.
Yeah. I don't know how much it costs to make the Luxor one big Dorito, but they did it.
Now I got distracted by this tripod here. I couldn't tell if it was a good tripod or a bad one. That one right there.
Let's see if I can pause onto it.
See if we can get this. See what they're doing here. There it is.
What is this?
What's this setup here?
It's a video tripod, that's for sure. You can tell by the huge, what is that? What do you call that? The pivot point? What do you call that on the head?
The head, yeah.
Well, the head, but like, what is that? Like, I know we do video, but I hate video tripods. They're just so difficult to level, especially with cameras nowadays that are so tiny. Like the tripods we have, the photo tripods, very easy to...
Best tripod ever.
Dial in the little...
700DX? Is that the name of it?
Yeah, I think it's discontinued.
Is it discontinued? I'd scoop some of those up. That's the best tripod ever made. I did see this commercial live. It's kind of cute to see celebrities being a little silly.
So these are...
I don't know how I feel about this one. I like all the people, but I don't like what they're doing.
Yeah. I get what they're going for.
I hope they got paid a lot to do that commercial.
Yeah. Oh, that's kind of sad to see.
It makes me cringe. And the talking animal. Classic commercial trope.
You know, I feel like these commercials would be funnier if they didn't have a celebrity.
Just a regular person? You don't want a spokesperson?
Well, yeah, because then, like I'm thinking more of like, oh, that's Mr. T. You know, like I'm not thinking of like the bit.
Yeah. But they want you to do the DiCaprio meme, right? Like, oh, Dan Marino! Oh, there he is!
Yeah.
Next commercial comes on.
But I don't need Dan Marino to tell me about this. Granted, understandably, it's Super Bowl commercials. They need football players.
But these were athletes who didn't win a Super Bowl, I think.
Oh, is that what that was about?
That whole commercial is kind of funny, a little clever.
It's kind of unfortunate.
It's like the people almost made it.
Ouch. You'd say yes to
Painful,
that?
yeah, I guess. Who didn't get the ring.
Damn.
All the different versions of Tina Fey. So when I watched this live, I couldn't tell who that was.
Tina Fey?
Well, right, she had to say who it was. The shot is moving so fast and there's so much motion blur. I'm like, who is this? All the other ones I kind of got, but that one was really hard to see. Dr. Umstick. Okay. Dr. Umstick. It's like Dr. Acula.
And his hair looks like the head of a drumstick.
Do you like his style of humor, Eric Andre?
I liked him in, what was that, the Gemstones?
Righteous Gemstones,
Righteous
classic.
Gemstones. I'm not a fan of his like cringy humor stuff, like he was doing some of that, and again, not a huge fan of that style of comedy. Just like making people feel uncomfortable and laughing at the situation, like it doesn't do it for me. But he is funny. He's definitely really funny on that show.
I like Chris Pratt, so I like that commercial.
Yeah, Chris Pratt. That was actually a good commercial. I did watch that one.
This one was weird. I did see this live.
How'd you watch the Super Bowl? What
family.
streaming, or
It
did
was
you watch
satellite.
it on TV?
Satellite.
Okay, because I watch it through YouTube. Yeah, YouTube if you have
TV
if you have the Paramount Plus.
Oh, Paramount Plus. Okay, I didn't know that because I know YouTube TV is a big advertiser with the NFL, but I don't personally use the service.
Yeah, if you pay for that specific portion, the Paramount Plus, you get like access to certain live events kind of stuff.
I've been watching Apple TV Plus lately. That show Silo is pretty good.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the stuff on Apple TV is very cinematic.
Yeah, I'm impressed with the amount of sets they built, kind of the stars, but there's also the problem with Apple TV that it just doesn't have enough. There's not a lot.
Yeah.
It's only the Apple stuff, which is...
So you could probably subscribe for a bit, then bail.
Well, the nice thing is you get it for free if you have a new device.
Okay.
We bought iPads for the kids for Christmas and got
Nice.
3 months free or whatever. They brought the babies back, E-Trade, the classic. That's like a 20-year-old ad now at this point, the first time they showed that baby. Different baby, obviously.
Yeah, very, very nostalgic.
I remember that ad. I was a little kid, but still stuck with me.
I feel like the technology to make babies and dogs talk, like that was very...
That was peak 90s.
Yeah, that was just like, people's minds were blown. Like, how did you get the dog to say that?
Oh my... Did you watch Homeward Bound, where they didn't even
Oh
try?
my goodness, yeah.
Don't even move at all. They're just narration, voiceover.
But imagine being on that set, like waiting to get the dog to like look over for a good 5 seconds, and you're like, "Do you think that was enough for the line?" Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
I could say it pretty quickly.
That's what they say. You don't want to work with kids, animals, or water.
Water, yeah, seems
That's the
pretty dangerous.
3 no's of filmmaking. No kids, no animals, no water.
Jeez.
What's happening here? Uber Eats? Oh, this is clearly, we're watching the copyright-free version, I guess.
Interesting.
The audio's been replaced. So we just have to imagine what's happening.
Really trying to figure it out.
So some friends?
Is she an Uber Eats delivery?
I don't know.
Woman?
We got Ross and Rachel. Whatever you forget, remember Uber Eats gets anything.
Uber Eats gets anything.
They should take
So
Eats
not
out of
just
the title.
food.
They should just call it Uber again.
Yeah.
Just make it all Uber.
I know they have the package, the courier service. I think it's the courier service.
DoorDash?
That's what they call it. No, Uber has
It's
packages.
another thing?
You can get
Oh, my
packages
goodness.
delivered.
Is it another app?
No, I think it's in the Uber app, but it's like parcels, so you can have them delivered. Have people pick them up. It was kind of a huge controversy for a while because like you don't necessarily know what you're delivering, so you could be a mule.
Oh, goodness.
And people were getting kind of like busted.
Get
People were getting
involved in
pulled
some
over.
illicit activities.
Yeah, so it's like it's not mine. I'm just delivering it.
Hopkins, come on.
You know,
What are they doing to him?
Zorro still holds up though.
Mask of Zorro?
Yeah.
Great movie.
Every time I see him,
1,000
I'm like,
times better than this
Zorro.
commercial.
Yeah, I truly believe he's in there.
So this is a cold brew commercial?
Maybe when I was younger, it was a little bit easier to make me laugh.
There were some legitimately funny classic ones. You remember the Tabasco commercial with the mosquito?
No.
Oh gosh, that's such a good one. He's putting Tabasco on the pizza, and the mosquito comes and sucks his blood and flies off and explodes.
No, I don't remember that.
That was a good one. They had the Budweiser frogs.
The
Those were
Budweiser
great.
frogs, the was that.
And then there was like the
That one was
story with
good.
the frogs. Because didn't one of them die, and so it got replaced by the lizard?
Oh my goodness, I don't
There
know.
was a whole Budweiser
saga.
commercial universe for those frogs.
There was the Clydesdales. Not enough puppies. Oh, speaking of which,
It's almost like Geico took over that place from Budweiser, because Budweiser had its tropes, its things that would recur, where Geico now has the caveman, the gecko, all the different variants of their ad campaigns.
yeah, it's interesting that they even have such high like value still, because considering how many people are just on their phone anyway, it's like if you make like more like social media runs, I feel like you're still reaching the same audience. Like, why do you need to be on during the Super Bowl? Like, do you think that's still a necessity? I feel like people don't, like, they're not watching the screen as much for, like, the commercials because you're going to get it on your phone. Like, if it actually is funny, you're going to see it way more on social media than if everyone just kind of saw it on, like, during the Super Bowl.
Well, what was the horrifying stat I saw that most Super Bowl ads cost more than most humans will make in a lifetime that they'll earn from their salary. So just to have one ad will cost more than your lifetime salary on average.
That makes sense. I mean, how many people are there watching the game? It apparently broke all the records this game, which this one had all of it going for it, right? That Taylor Swift had a lot more drama outside the game that definitely had a lot of people tune in. What is this?
You didn't see this one?
Deadpool?
Deadpool 3. Not called Deadpool 3. Deadpool and Wolverine is the official title. But do you know anything on what's going on here?
No, I saw the first one. I didn't see the sequel. Unless, were there 3 of them at this point, or is this the third one?
This is the third one, and you haven't watched any of the Disney Plus shows, so you don't know what the TVA is either, right?
Oh, there's a Disney Plus Deadpool?
No, it's the Disney Plus Loki show, has the TVA, which is in this movie. It's a whole thing. Got to do some homework to watch the Marvel movies now.
Yeah, there's definitely too many Marvel shows, like Loki and all those like spin-off shows. But this is cool. I like the way this is looking so far.
Yeah,
a little bit
Deadpool's
more
kind of
serious, it looks like, from the other ones. Maybe not. Nice.
I will absolutely watch it, because I enjoy Ryan Reynolds and his portrayal of Deadpool. I think it's fun, usually. But it is hard to keep track of everything in the Marvel universe now because of the shows, because of the movies. Not all of them are even worth watching, but then there's bits and pieces that you need to take into account for other ones, and they really have to figure out how to balance that properly. Even this really is for people who grew up watching Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, because even that now is like 20 years old.
And Wolverine. Yeah, it should be a fun one.
It's the only Marvel movie this year. You into Wizard of Oz?
I thought this was going to be Harry Potter. I thought that was the deciding, the house.
What do they call that thing? The sorting hat?
The sorting hat.
Gryffindor! How about these movies? You into Planet of the Apes?
I saw the Franco one.
The very first one. Gotcha.
Yeah. Was there a sequel, or did they restart it?
I think there have been a few of them now. They're another one of those franchises that's really hard to keep track of because they all have more or less the same title, just Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Fall of the whatever, Return of the Planet of the Kingdom of the Apes. They're more or less all kind of like this. They're very serious.
Have they been successful at all?
I think so. They keep making them. They must make money.
Oh, sorry, the apes successful. Like since
have
the
they
first
finally
movie,
yes.
have they finally?
I think they took over a while ago. I think in the first movie or in the second one, they basically rule everything. Are there even humans in this trailer? I haven't seen one yet. There's some humans.
So they'd rather be in the woods. They don't.
I guess. Post-apocalyptic.
Because the first one was a normal society, right? They were in the city.
Yes.
At some point, they left the city.
But that was Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Yep, there's the ape that's kind of the humans, and then there's the ape that doesn't like the humans. Where'd gal from? She looks familiar. Oh, she was in The Witcher. I think that's Ciri. Yeah, it just looks like a Planet of the Apes movie. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Yeah. How are you supposed to remember? Kingdom, Dawn, Rise.
Yeah, this looks fun.
Is this one of those action comedies?
Twisted Metal, cardio, space cowboys.
It's a little bit of everything. Aliens, teamwork, minerals, swords. Okay, hand slaps. It's a joke movie.
What is this? What?
Oh, it's so meta.
What is this movie?
I mean, it's interesting. The Fall Guy.
The Fall Guy.
Comes out soon. Unique, I guess.
Oh, himself in?
It was so unrealistic. Two tornadoes.
Well, what's you need the data for?
For data, for science.
I don't understand. With anything, like if there's a fire, I need to go inside that fire.
We need to go in the fire
I need to do science
to understand
inside the fire. Like you can't just put probes around, I guess.
Yeah, they send them off into the sky.
Yeah, just get a drone to drop something off.
This is not John Wick, but it reminds me of John Wick.
I thought this was.
No, that's Monkey Man.
Apparently Monkey Man.
But I will see it.
Ip Man, IP Man.
My kids really want to see this one.
Whoa. It's like Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, kind of. Another Ryan Reynolds movie this year.
This is wild.
Or like Space Jam, another humans and animated people interacting.
He also did the other movie where he was like a character in a video game, right?
Free Guy.
Free Guy.
Yeah, that's okay. Oh my.
What?
Yes, AI art is silly, isn't it?
This is nice. I like this.
But that's like really bad AI art. AI art can be a lot better than that.
Yeah. I like how funny that AI art is, though.
It's more funny than the Minions. Oh no. Do you know what Kung Fu Panda this is? Number...
It's got to be 5.
Ooh, close. It's 4.
Okay. I know there's a lot of them.
There's a show. There's so much Kung Fu Panda.
What's the whole point of Kung Fu Panda?
That is Jack Black being
Like,
a panda.
was the panda, like, did you want to learn? Like, what's the story
He's like
behind?
the chosen one.
Oh,
I forget why.
like the Great White Ninja?
Kind of, yes. It's very much like that for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that Beverly Hills Ninja?
Yeah, dude. Chris Farley. That was
You still like
that
it,
was
right?
my favorite. Yeah, season 4 is
The Boys?
supposed to come out.
Here we go. Season 4.
Yeah, I like The Boys. The only weird thing about The Boys is that everyone explodes.
Everyone.
Like, they have a really fun time with practical effects of just,
Blowing
like,
people up.
explosions, like heads exploding, bodies exploding, splattering. It's gotta be a pain in the rear for anyone, like, on set. Like, for
Cleaning it up?
continuity. It must be terrible. You're just like, okay, but can it be the last thing we do?
Yeah, it must be.
Because we gotta clean everything, wardrobe change.
You just set off a blood bomb? Well, that's it. Those are the best ads from the Super Bowl.
You have a feeling I'm gonna encounter them for maybe a few weeks more.
What did you think?
I thought, so obviously we didn't really laugh at all throughout them, but I did like the look and style that everyone was going for, like that lighthearted kind of energy. So I'm assuming if I do see them in the coming days, weeks, I'm sure I will laugh, but yeah, nothing got me initially.
My favorite ad from the Super Bowl was not even in these compilations. It was actually the Christopher Walken one. I think that's the one I enjoyed the most out of all of these and the ones I saw live. It was Christopher Walken, I think for BMW or some kind of expensive luxury vehicle.
Yeah.
But yeah, all these are kind of, they're fine, they're whatever. I guess they're what I expect, but nothing really stood out to me as being exceptional. You know, that like cream of the crop.
Yeah, I think
Best of the best Super Bowl ad.
the Pringles one, I think, probably got me. The one with Chris Pratt.
Oh.
I liked his, like, he wasn't reliant on the lines, but his, like, face and his acting was, like, all in, like, his face, which he's really good at. I think that was the most humorous for me, personally.
Yeah, it's the subtle comedy.
The subtle humor.
Tasteful.
Yeah, it's always the best. Because especially when it's, like, over, like, when they're trying to hit you over the head with it, you're just like, yeah, like, I get it. Mr. T. Whoa!